What is poppin', everyone?
What's poppin'?
How you niggas doing?
I'm feeling real fucking Western. You know I'm here. It's the time. We dressed up like, is this considered, what is it called? Is this considered appropriation?
Who are we appropriating?
Cowboys.
Cowboys were originally black, so we ain't appropriating.
I thought they were originally Hispanic.
No, they were originally black. The first Cowboys were black.
Oh, well, so I guess we're not. I guess we're...
Yeah, because they were cow herders, and they were cow men, and then they called the cowboys.
I just want to make sure we was being politically correct.
When do you ever care about being politically correct?
Absolutely never.
Okay, so don't start now. But you know what this reminds me of? I don't know if we from the same place I'm from, but remember when we had Western Day in middle school, and we used to have those days where we used to do them Western dances, and I've been married a long time ago. The Cotton Eye Joe? Yeah, well, we used to have to do the Cotton Eye Joe. We had Western Day in schools in Texas, and it was a whole thing. We used to dance and everything. Western Day was fun. I was excited about those days.
I feel like I missed out because in Iowa, we had Pajama Day.
But why would y'all have Western Day anyways?
Yeah, because we're in Iowa.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure there were cowboys up there too one day.
I'm sure there was. There were probably Native American cowboys up there.
You are definitely right.
Yeah. Because cowboys were everything but white, really. I'm just saying, y'all are the new cowboys. So, well, while you're at it, the girls are back at it again in a messy-ass episode of Sip and Spill, where we create conversations. Oh, wow.
Sip and wine.
I go by the name of Thug Motherfucking Sammy.
And I'm ambitious, spooky season to raise.
All right. If you haven't already, check out our YouTube. Our TikToks. Our Sip and Review. You send us shit and review it. You know, what else we got going on? We got motherfucking merch coming on.
Merch coming out. So stay tuned. Be blessed with us because, it's been a process. We got to make sure it's good enough for us, so it's good enough for y'all.
All right. So
what
let's get
there. Did we say YouTube already?
YouTube.
Twitter.
Reels, Twitter. Facebook.
Just know you can follow us everyone on social media at The Real Sip and Spill, except Twitter, which is
Sip and Spill 1.
And while you're at it, leave us a 5-star rating because we're 5-star bitches.
Ow. So let's get into some Would You Rathers. Ready?
Okay. So, would you rather be the best in the world at one thing or be very good at many things?
Ooh, I want to be very good at many things.
Really? I think I want to be the best in the world at one thing because there's no one in the world that's better than you at that.
See, I don't really care about being the best. I'd rather have a juggling hand of multiple things. And if I'm good at multiple things, I'm satisfied. You know?
Yeah, I don't think I'm satisfied like that. So,
yeah. My would you rather is, would you rather control people's emotions or be able to control time?
Control time. I love the idea of free will. So I would love people to feel whatever the fuck they need to feel when they need to feel it because I'm not in control of that. But controlling time, because I'm not really good with it. Because my friend told me today, he was like, you have a really bad sense of urgency. I said, that I absolutely do. So I feel like controlling time, be able to I'm like, okay.
Okay. All right, so let's get some motherfucking wine fast. So we can
get some motherfucking tea time.
So today I got Fit Vine. It's a Fit Vine Pinot Grigio. I think this is our second time trying a healthy wine. So it has never done well in the past, and I don't know why I thought it would do well.
It did do well the last time. We just never aired the episode. Remember? Because we were drunk off our ass that episode.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, maybe we were so drunk I forgot.
I'm gonna just take a double look at this real quick.
Yeah, it's
She
cute.
got me drinking white people, y'all. She got me drinking white people.
Why you think? Because it's white people?
No, because it's white. That's why it's white.
Oh, okay. So it's a slightly dry, low carb wine with a crisp, clean finish. Best paired with sadness, because I don't know why the fuck you would want to drink some low calorie ass wine if you're not sad. So there we go.
See. What's the alcohol content?
I know it has 109 calories.
I see that. But you remember when we read it that last time, it was 110 per glass, not 100% per bottle.
No, this is 109 calories for the bottle.
General.
I checked online.
This shit about to be nasty.
Yeah.
The calories is what makes shit taste good.
You think so?
Absolutely.
It's a Pinot Grigio. It's a man carrying a wine glass and some grapes. So you know what? That's cute marketing right there. You know, you fit people who still want to get drunk off their ass once in a while.
I'm gonna say it sounded like shit was coming out, but not a goddamn thing was. Okay, turn it.
Are you saying God or got?
Damn, I don't even know.
Because I hear people say goddamn, goddamn. And I always wonder, are you saying God?
Whichever one you heard, that's whatever I said.
You know, I've never.
It smells like it's healthy. I don't even know what that even means, but it smells healthy.
I never stopped to ask someone, what are you saying? But since you say it, you don't even know what you're saying.
Goddamn, whatever you hear is what.
Are you saying God or God?
I don't know. Whatever came out is what happened. Remember what they said? Whatever they said that nigga did, he did that shit.
Okay. Well,
cheers to another messy ass episode.
Ow. It don't smell like anything past peace. What's like a Pinot Grigio? It don't taste like
mop water.
It had no taste. So this is why it really has 109 calories for the whole bottle.
That's why that white man is running away with the bottle.
It has absolutely no
taste.
Can we get some tequila?
Honestly, like, I'm gonna have to put something in this bitch.
Oh my God, please.
Don Julio, save
we
us.
need some tequila. Like, this is disturbing. It's disturbing how bad it is.
You know what? I can appreciate the intent behind it. You want us to be some fit bitches, you know, because y'all, we going out of town. Oh, you not gonna give it to us?
While you're at it, while you're up, you know, show them what you got going on. Show them what all that ass your mama gave you, okay?
And while I sit down, why don't you get up and show your ass and what your mama gave you?
I don't have an ass. I can show you my titties.
I am fucking lying. Yeah, we're just gonna finish this bottle. So.
Yeah. I understand the assignments. I'm pretty sure y'all understood it, but it's not for me. I like my wine with calories and fatness and shit that make it taste good.
All right.
All right, so we get some motherfucking tea time.
Put it right
here. Okay. So exactly. This is why our videos come out the way they come out. Because this nigga right here.
I am fucking crying.
I know you shook something. Make sure it's still in focus.
Please. Please make sure we're still in focus. So we can get into some motherfucking tea times. We about to go in on y'all motherfuckers.
All right. So I am familiar with the fact that if a crime happens, like whenever he was saying, if you fell over and died, he ran away. If you were present when a crime happens, you are also liable for that crime. So there was a sexual assault that was happening, and there was bystanders who were watching. And not only were they watching, they were recording. And everyone who recorded that sexual assault happen is or possibly could get charged for sexual assault, also like that man did, simply because being a bystander. And I think that's a great thing because that teaches people to speak up, because why would you see someone get sexually assaulted and just watch? And not even just watch, I
don't know if it was sexual. Was it a sexual assault or was it rape? Because, I mean, isn't sexual assault just like them touching or any unneeded?
Well, sexual assault is a bigger umbrella, and specifically there's rape.
I want to say specifically, I think it was a rape that happened on a...
Wow.
I think it was on a metro bus.
Yeah,
I'm going to say, let me not say these are wrong. Because, I mean, I know I looked at the details and over it, but I think it happened in Philadelphia. And they said it happened over a course of 8 minutes. And I think it had 1 or 2 stops in between.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, we can definitely fact check to see if that's what happened. But it was Philadelphia.
You rape in Philadelphia, 1,000 rays gonna come up.
I'm crying. I'm just saying on Subway.
Yeah. 100 of them gonna come up. Shit.
Okay. As a woman failed to intervene. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. So, okay, we have the details. We just didn't say it in a way for y'all to understand. So what we were trying to say was, as the New York Times as eloquently said, it says, as a woman was being raped, trained riders failed to intervene, police say.
It was full on rape. That's crazy.
Yeah, so it was full on rape.
She was saying no, like.
So this shit happened for a course of 8 minutes, and people, put up your phone. Why would
How bold are you to rape someone in a train in front of a full?
You had to be a crackhead. Let me see. As a woman was being raped while on the train near Philadelphia on Wednesday night, riders watched, failed to intervene, and did not call 911.
Didn't even call 911. Wow.
Okay. The man whom officials identified sat next to the woman about 10 p.m. on the train while traveling westbound on attempted to touch her a few times. Said, okay, so
first thing, if a nigga touch me, I'm gonna start acting like a crackhead.
So the assault lasted 8 minutes and no passenger. Okay, so you said people put their phone out. So yeah, I feel like bystanders should definitely, it would make you want to speak up. Because I mean, if I'm seeing a child being kidnapped, I feel like it's my duty to say some shit.
If I see any illegal shit that is harming someone, I'm speaking up.
So
like,
you won't say nothing about no crackheads that do crack?
no, that's their business. If a crack,
That's harming people.
They're harming themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, if you harming someone, if a crackhead was robbing someone, I probably still want to say nothing because I'm kind of scared to say something to a crackhead. But like most things, like I'm gonna speak up. Like if you
look at them titties trying to come out,
I'm gonna
titties trying to
speak
titty
up.
in.
Like no. Speak up when you see something crazy like that happen. If anyone's getting sexual assault, when you even see the girl doing that, I'm scared. This nigga won't stop talking to me. Look, even check out random girls you don't even know.
Facts.
Like, if you see a woman in public that's uncomfortable, say something because she can't say something herself.
Yeah, that's true.
Next thing.
So speaking of saying something, this man was so bold to be on Instagram. Was it Instagram or was it Twitter?
It was Twitter.
I don't know which one it was, but I just feel like Twitter should be a safe space, but y'all make it very nigga-ish. Like, this man went on a whole rant and said that he's dating someone right now, but when he is at a better job and a better stance in life, he's going to leave her for someone better that he actually wants.
Yeah, he's like, this girl's crazy to think I'm actually going to marry her after all this.
He's like, after all this, he's like, I encourage people, if you are with someone, he's like, we are not, what was he pretty much saying? He said, we do not owe someone to be with them for the rest of their life because of X, Y, and Z. Let me see.
Yeah.
I want to see what exactly he said because
although what he's saying is true, we don't owe someone to be there. I just feel like, does your girlfriend know about this? Like, you don't think she can see this? Unless it's a big ass joke. I feel like you should be mindful of the stuff you put out there, just in case your partner.
He said, don't let your girlfriend stop you from finding your wife. I knew you was going to say that. That's how you know niggas really ain't shit. Y'all all really believe that. And it says, if my girl could leave me for a guy who's well-established and appreciates her more than I do, I would gladly accept. No, and I never hold her hostage just because she's been with me through thick and thin. This entitlement over people's lives is the reason why people resort to violent behavior. What does that have to correlate with you saying you was going to leave her when you make more money? That made no sense.
Maybe or if or what if. He said when I get in a better place.
He made it very clear that like his girlfriend is just for the meantime. And if that's the case, why don't you date when you're financially stable? I think that it's kind of damaging and harmful. You just literally say that. And this probably the woman is banking her life on you.
I just feel like, does she know this information? Like, as long as she knows,
ain't no way that she knows this information. Ain't no fucking way. You proudly saying while you with a bitch, you probably laying next to that bitch, kissing her in the motherfucking mouth, saying, "I'm gonna leave you when I get rich."
No, like, it's crazy because I was watching You, and I feel like the way Joe made love feel like he was.
I have not seen it yet. So season 3, I can hear, but I can't hear too much.
Okay, well, I'm not going to spill too much, but Joe really made love feel like he was all in a relationship, like 100% into it, when he really wasn't. Yes. So the fact that
is scary.
That's scary that someone can make you feel completely comfortable, make you feel completely security, which is all a woman wants in a relationship, is to feel secure in a relationship. Mm-hmm. So he's doing everything to make you feel secure, but the whole time he wants another bitch. So what if Connie said,
my question
when he get on, he go ask for a white girl.
But
so this is
were they both white? Both of the women white?
Actually, girl, I don't want to.
Don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me.
It's actually a sister. Because you know, after some white shows, when there's a couple of seasons, ain't nobody black. I'm like, let's put a black person in. So
I feel that they was like, we need that token black person. Throw that bitch in there.
We're not racist. All white shows do it. You know, it took Friends 20 years to put a black person in it. Y'all do it all the time. It took Boy Meets World 20 years. Y'all do it. But
so true. Like, it's too much vanilla in this bitch. Can we put a swirl in this?
The niggas are complaining. Let's satisfy the niggas real quick. Put a black person, and there's like the lightest skinned black person in there. Like, there you go. Fuck y'all.
All right.
But back to what we were saying. I think it's very. This is why I always say I don't believe in holding niggas down, because y'all will really leave a bitch. Because she was like, how dumb was she to stay with my broke ass when she could have been with the real nigga? Now I'm about to get with a bitch who don't tolerate that shit. Huh?
But I just feel like, what if you get the money and the bitches that you want still don't want you?
And honestly, the bitches that you want, because you have money, don't want you for no genuine reason besides the fact that you have money.
Facts.
Meanwhile, you left your Tory Hart back in the Gap when you got your, you know.
Why you gotta put Tory into this?
I'm just saying, Tory Hart was with Kevin when he was broke. Okay, so same with what's her face? I can't think of his name right now, but it's women like that y'all leave for someone who is whatever
racially
you feel,
ambiguous
or whatever you feel like you deserve because you're a higher status, you know. Yeah. But it is what it is, and I don't personally want to hold a nigga down. So if you are Michelle Obama, Michelle was a Miguel, they're divorced now. They don't count. Okay, let's get to the next topic, right? Do you have anything to add?
Hold on. Did you finish your thought?
I don't know, because he distracted me, so I went somewhere else.
Oh, shit. Okay, so we can just go to another one thing. So
do you have anything to add to niggas leaving you once they make it?
Nigga, I'm gonna leave you before you leave me. Come on. I have abandonment issues. I would rather be the one doing the leaving. So if I see that shit, I'm gonna be like, yeah.
Well, he could be a Joe ass nigga that's making you feel like, oh,
honestly,
baby, I love you.
I think I want to say after our red flags episode, I'm pretty like, I mean, our green flag episodes that really turned into a red flag episode.
Even though it was a green flag episode, even y'all knew the red flags.
Yeah,
I was
y'all
like,
knew
damn.
it was definitely mostly red flags.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a good detector of bullshit. So, and Sammy's very big on telling me don't put all my eggs in one basket. So I'm probably going to carry like 8 baskets at once and maybe put 1 egg in each, and we'll do like the Hunger Games. May the odds be forever in your favor.
Okay.
So I don't know if y'all have been keen on to everything that's been going on with, anti-vax, vaccinators, X, Y, and Z, all that fun stuff. But there was a protest that was held in honor of Kyrie playing, because they haven't let him play because he decided not to take the vaccine. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, what is your take on the protest in general? Because I know how you feel about vaccines. I can't ask you how you feel about vaccines, but how do you feel about them protesting because he can't play?
I mean, I feel like if you're upset that your favorite player can play, then sure. I mean, this is what the American dream is about. You have the right to do whatever you want. Do I think it's a waste of time? Yes. But if you feel like you want to protest, then sure, go ahead. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I feel like, why are they only protesting because it's affecting them? Because we always let people make the decision not to take the vaccine. Yeah. So it's like,
they're only protesting because that's their favorite player and they want
exactly,
him to play.
Because imagine if it was something we didn't even fucking know about.
Yeah, they don't care.
They would not give a fuck. They were like, oh, he not playing. He don't really play anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
But because it's that, so I'm just like, why is it only a bigger deal when it comes to that?
And my thing is he the only person refusing to take in the vaccine?
I feel like that's what I'm saying. I feel like, so why is it
so much attention on him? Like, I feel like he's not the only one refusing. So why is he like the focus?
It's the propaganda, because they want us to believe that the NBA cares and everyone in the NBA is taking the vaccine. They literally make commercials where they're giving them these empty syringes of people taking the vaccine. So they're trying to make an example out of him, pretty much.
I feel like it's because of the status that he's at. Because I'm like, he's not, I feel like he's the only, I feel like he's not the only one.
I don't think he's the only one that didn't either, but I just feel like because of the status that he has, like if Kyrie was not Kyrie, no one would give a fuck. And I feel like honestly, Kyrie ain't really Kyrie anymore anyways. Like last time I really thought about that nigga's when he was with Kehlani. Kehlani?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, let me not say people's names wrong. I know when I get famous, I'm gonna be in y'all bitches' asses.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Kyrie decided not to take the vaccine, I feel like that's his business.
Yeah.
I'm not one to force anyone to do anything they don't want to do. If he honestly believes in his soul it's something bad for him, let him lose whatever he wants to lose. If he can't play, he can't play, because rules are rules. Yeah. I don't believe in forcing anyone to take a vaccine. If you don't want to take it, go stick to your roots and not take it. Because whatever reason it is, he feels so strongly he's losing out on money. Yeah. He's losing out on millions and millions of dollars. Yeah. That means he believes that shit for real.
Yeah, 10 toes down.
So I have no problem with that, nigga. You go ahead and not take that vaccine.
I'm going to say lose out on some money if you want to.
That's your business.
But I'm saying also for people that don't take vaccines, it's very enlightening and loving for me. Because I love seeing that. I love seeing you being that person that people can say, yeah, I don't want to take the vaccine. He ain't taking that vaccine. So, people sometimes always need like a figurehead to be like, oh.
It's nice to see someone you can relate to.
Yeah, honestly. Because if it's a white person taking the vaccine, I'm like, y'all going to die out anyways. But like, if it's a black person, I'm like, fight the power. Fight the power.
White people are dying out.
Because did you not see that one article that they said by 2030, most people are going to be mulattoes?
Because of the mixing.
Yes, because they're dying out.
No.
Yes.
Because we are mixing more.
No, because they're dying out, so they decide to outsource.
When you are presented with new information, maybe you should think about it, and maybe it's right.
Never. Never. I go with the first train of thought, and that's what got to the topic of conversation. Didn't you say it's a conspiracy?
It's a conspiracy.
Theories? Whatever y'all want to do. This is a long-awaited fan favorite. When I say fan favorite, I'm the fan.
I'm like, who's a fan?
I'm the favorite.
Because, who?
I was going to say, so, before we get into it, we like to do like little definitions. So, earlier, before I even finished writing everything down, I decided to add a little bit of something in there. So, in short, a conspiracy theory is defined by 4 characteristics: a group acting in secret to alter institutions, of power to hide the truth or to gain unity at the expense of the common good. So pretty much a conspiracy theory. I know it sounded like a lot of words and I said nothing but a lot at all times.
No, it just sounds like a lot of negative. It's
no,
like
it sounds like people that are fighting the power for you to open your eyes.
So I did a little digging through it too, and it says half of all Americans believe in one disproven conspiracy theory because according to psychological research, shows that humans tend to perceive patterns and embrace information that meets needs for security and a sense of belonging. So, long story short, people like to bandwagon and think conspiracy theories because it's a sense of belonging. And it's like, well, I don't agree with that too. You don't agree with that, so we both don't agree with that. So that's why conspiracy theories get to get the kind of mobile power they have because people want to also belong.
I'm gonna say there also was the lack of education and the life trauma and experience that because if you were in 9/11, you probably wouldn't think it's conspiracy theory. But someone that wasn't would say, oh, that shit's a conspiracy. That shit didn't really fucking happen how you think it happened.
Right.
And then also they said group identity, like you said, people wanted a sense of belonging, but they also said by your race. Because they said Black people believe that the crack, was put in there by the government.
Yeah.
White people won't think that.
Yeah.
But because they don't associate with the same group, they won't believe that shit.
Definitely, 100%.
And I don't even think that's a conspiracy. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Okay, so why do you not believe in conspiracy theories?
I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist. I'm not saying I don't believe in them at all. I believe in facts. I'm a very logical person. When things make sense, I'm not on this one track where, well, I believe this, so no matter if any new information is presented to me, if I believe it's this is what it is. I'm definitely a big person. If new information is presented to you and it makes sense and it's logical, why not be the bigger person and be like, okay, well, that makes sense, instead of just be like, oh, this is it and nothing else. And, you just confirming your own biases. And I was looking up how a lot of times when we Google stuff, Google has a way of confirming your own biases because you look up stuff Google look up stuff according to what you already think. So it's very important to when I did this episode, I made sure I looked up stuff from someone else's phone because when I look up stuff on my phone, it's already going to confirm my own biases. So and that's just how I feel okay, it will only make sense for me to see stuff from other people's point of view. And I still don't believe most of the conspiracy theories because it's it really don't make sense unless you are on some kind of cuckoo train that is not taking you anywhere. But that's pretty much why.
Okay, so I hopped on the cuckoo train maybe a few years ago, and I love it here. I really want to say the reason why I love conspiracy theories and I believe in them because I like to question everything. I did an internship with news media, and I feel like the verbiage around certain situations of how they want to instill certain or emphasize certain things. And usually they're all saying the same thing, but they're saying it different ways and trying to evoke different emotions. So for me, I'm just why can't I question that? Why do I have to believe that? Why can't I think that it's up for debate? Because I feel why do I have to believe it just because you tell me that?
So you believe science is up for debate?
Oh, of course.
So even
because you got to think about it. Before science, what was there?
What do you mean before science? What was there? There was not there.
Exactly. So how
there was always some type of science. It
exactly,
was never developed. It was never as advanced as it is now.
But the thing is, we made it through without all the developments and all that good stuff. Everything is for improvement, just so people can understand things better. But we were already understanding things before we had blockages of that. So for me, I don't always trust science. I don't always trust what is considered logic because is it really logical? Is that really what the mind is sending us to? So for me, I just feel everything is up for, interpretation, if that's what I'm saying.
See, that's something Trump would say. I feel not everything is up for interpretation. You can't say 2 + 2 is 4 and be that's up for interpretation. There's some things that are just set in stone and that's it. Stuff if God exists, that's up for interpretation. People can debate that, but you can't debate 2 + 2 is 4.
But before there was a time, was 2 + 2 even a thing? That's what I'm saying. These are all.
What time is this?
But I'm just saying these are all things that are made up. So before
math, I guess
math is made up.
Okay.
So all these things are made up. Someone had to tell you that's what it was for you to believe that's what it is.
Okay.
I mean, hey, that makes a lot of sense to me.
Or is it my life experiences of doing 2 + 2? Okay, that's 4. That's why I would believe it because I see it happen physically. But God, that's up for debate.
Okay. So what are some of the craziest conspiracies that people believe?
Okay, so there's a few crazy conspiracies that I looked up. The government killed JFK. Honestly, I'm a huge crime junkie, so I actually believe that one.
Okay.
Only because if you watched a video like a million times I do, it seemed like there's two bullets because his head goes front and back. I mean, if you are getting shot from the front, why would your head go back? Unless, I don't know if there's some way scientists to explain it.
Okay.
But I feel like there's more than two bullets. So because of that, I feel like the government killed JFK because he was trying to it was during the civil rights movement. He was, pretty much giving black people rights and white people didn't like that.
Okay.
So, you have
one of them I looked up was that the moon isn't real. Some people believe that it is not a moon. It's actually a projection, like we are actually in the Truman Show.
Okay. Cool. My second one is 5G cause cancer and COVID. I absolutely do not believe that at all.
I don't think that that's a wild idea, though.
Okay. Yeah,
but we're not talking about the actual 5G. We're talking about the radiation of it all. So I don't think it's that very far-fetched to think that, but I know someone that doesn't believe that would think it's crazy. So one thing that I looked up was that the sirens were in charge of shipwrecks. And I believe that.
What sirens?
Sirens are those like they call men to the ocean type shit. And you've never seen that show on, is it CW? What is it? Yeah, sirens,
no.
Please. Yeah. Okay. And siren in Greek mythology is a creature, half bird, half woman, who lured sailors to destruction by the sweetness of her songs.
Well, you know what? People always blame women for shit. So I feel like they just kept crashing let's blame a bitch, So I don't know. It could be true. This is my favorite one. And honestly, this kind of sounds kind of interesting and logical because it's kind of crazy. Mattress Firm is in some kind of elaborate money laundering scheme. Because if you look up how many Mattress Firm there is, there's a Mattress Firm in every corner. There's more Mattress Firm than Chick-fil-A's.
Is there really?
There's so many Mattress
And we all
Firms.
know I love me some Chick-fil-A.
So I'm just I'm kidding. There's probably not more Mattress Firms than Chick-fil-A, but there's literally but who is shopping for that much mattresses?
Nobody is.
Do you know
Mattresses
one
are
person that's
expensive.
ever been to Mattress Firm?
No.
I bought my mattress on Amazon.
I bought my mattress. I didn't.
Think about it.
It says number of locations.
There's
wow.
so many mattress
That's
firms.
a lot.
Why is our headquarters in Houston, Texas? Why y'all laundering drugs? It's something. People, there's never any workers. There's never any cars in front of Mattress Firm.
There's never.
People don't go to Mattress Firm.
They don't. And you going real hard on this, bitch.
Because I'm just why is there so many damn mattress stores when no one gives a fuck about mattresses?
I mean, niggas don't want to sleep on the air mattresses for the rest of their life, so...
Yeah, but there's one in every corner, girl. There's a 2 mattress firm on my street.
To be on the lookout for that.
Girl,
shit.
Look how many mattress firms that's by your house. It'll be 3 of them. You're why?
Yeah.
Who needs that many mattress firms in that close? And just in that close of an area too. It's they're not spread apart.
I feel that. I would definitely investigate.
Of course, sure. Anything cuckoo crazy. She's yeah, I understand.
They work for the cartel.
They work. I believe it, and please don't kill me. Okay.
So the last one that was a crazy conspiracy that I looked up was that people said that the Titanic did not actually sink, but it had to. There was a movie about it, right? So we have to believe it.
Or the giant ship that landed that's on the bottom of the ocean.
That's not Titanic. That's what's that one? Atlantis?
There's many ships
at the bottom of the ocean. It's because of the sirens.
It could have been. But there's physical proof and people who was there when it happened and told the story. Oh shit!
So
that's a lot of how history gets spread down because people didn't write down history back then. It's just storytelling.
Yeah.
So it's that's what a lot of times.
I believe the Titanic sank. So
yeah.
I'm gonna say because Rose is a tough ass bitch. I said,
girl, not from the movie, bitch. Why do you believe it? That's something that actually happened for the Titanic. Because Rose was not a
you
real
sacrificing your nigga just so you can live. That's a different type of bitch.
Titanic. She a made up character.
Okay, so what are some conspiracy theories that you looked up? Oh, yeah.
They're just flat. But next.
We're going to get into that because it actually is. So let's talk about conspiracies that we looked up that are actually true.
Yes.
So not me. Sammy sent me this link of conspiracies that actually are true. One of them was that Canada's government hired someone to make a gaydar, which was a machine that they made in 1960s.
We both got a gay one.
Oh, you had a gay one too?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So they hired a university professor to make a machine to look at people's what was it? What? I can't even read my own pupil dilation on when they're looking at the opposite sex to see if like they were gay or not.
But you know how guys can see another man and know they're attractive and still not be gay?
Yeah.
So you just, it's not real because a nigga can see another fine nigga.
I feel like gaydar is very loosely like, I don't even think that's a thing.
It's not a thing.
Okay, so what?
Mine is the government tried to actually do mind control.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did was at first they were testing LSD and other hallucinogenic drugs on people. At first there were volunteers that was getting tested on, and later on they actually was dosing people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you know what dosing is, but it's pretty much when you don't know you're getting injected or dosed or smoking or whatever kind of drug. And it actually, you know, when you don't know you're taking a drug like fucking LSD, you're going to go fucking psychotic. So a lot of people actually died and like jumped out of windows. And it was actually a really bad thing that the government did. And they tried to hide it. It's called like Mick Ultra or whatever.
I know, but I'm saying like that sounds like the Divergent. Have you heard Divergent, the movie? Like,
was that with that white woman, Jennifer Lawrence?
No, it's with Shailene Woodley. She was on Teenage something. But yeah, Divergent, like depending on your
book. I think I read the book.
Yeah, your fraction. They would inject you with this thing, and like next thing you know, if you're Divergent, whatever they injected you with wouldn't get to you.
I read the book.
Okay, yeah. So that's really what it was. They were doing mind control. But
they were attempting to do mind control.
No, they did do mind control in that movie. But I'm saying,
in the movie,
don't you think that it is kind of sad how they blatantly put in front of us what they're doing to us, but we still think it's a conspiracy?
What do you mean they're planning?
Like when that movie, they're showing they're dosing us with stuff. It might not be us officially, but they do it. Like just what other movie was there? The Matrix. That shit's real. They're giving you what's already going on, but they're doing it in like a science fiction-y way. So when you see science fiction, you're like, oh, that shit's a conspiracy. When it really dead ass is true.
Okay.
She's like, no, it's not. Okay, it's
cool.
I
mean, I don't believe it, but I don't argue with it because if you truly believe it, girl, that's what you believe.
Shit, Transformers are real too, bitch.
Transformers, robots in disguise.
Okay, so the conspiracy that I looked up that was real, it was the first lady to actually run the United States was Woodrow Wilson's wife. He had a stroke halfway through the end of his last year of presidency, and he didn't let the public know for a while that
was a thing. That's why we didn't know like Roosevelt was in a wheelchair, because it was a thing to not
show weakness. Yeah, so they said that even though they didn't tell the public, she was making most of the executive decisions while he was in a stroke, because everyone knows what happens to you after a stroke. You're like damn near brain dead.
In a vegetable state,
like low key for like a minute.
Yeah.
So that's why they were like, no, she wasn't making any decisions. But if you had a stroke, my nigga, she was definitely running shit.
Yeah, definitely. Mine was it's funny to me. So this is funny to me. The military tried to develop a bomb that will turn the enemy gay. So they try to make gay bombs. And my thing is, y'all know gay niggas have existed since forever.
Yeah,
so niggas been gay in the military. So they felt that if they dropped a bomb on the enemy, it will turn gay and make them crazy and no longer able to fight. And they'll be too like crazy with lust of the gayness that they can't control themselves and just want to fuck each other. And this was in 1994. This was not even that long ago.
That was not.
So y'all making gay bombs in 1994? Really, y'all? Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Like
gay bombs.
Gay niggas were already in the military fighting next to you.
Was Gus military gay? Let me see.
Okay, what is the military's obsession with gay people? They got the gaydar, the gay bombs. I honestly
feel like, you know, when
what is y'all's obsession with gay people?
They always say that people are very aggressive to what they are. So you might be gay. That's why you're over here trying to do that.
Yeah.
Actually consider building a gay bomb. So yeah.
Yeah, by the Air Force. Yeah. Gay bomb. 1994. That's some weirdo shit, y'all.
It's definitely is. So let's definitely get into some conspiracies that I very much believe.
Okay.
So the first conspiracy that I believe is that vaccines are for population control.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I say that? Because there's been multiple quotes, that they say have been taken out of context, but I'm going to read it verbatim of what I see, because I definitely looked it up. I'm going to probably send the link to Sam so she can put in the what's called if anyone wants to negate what I'm saying. Okay. He said, the world today has 6.8 billion people. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we can lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%. By there, we will get an increase from 1.3. It says, however, Gates was not suggesting that the global population could be killed off by using vaccines. He insisted by saying that improving public health care using vaccines can reduce unsubstantial population growth in the future. So what does that sound like?
It sounds like he don't know what he's talking about.
Because if you're saying vaccines is going to help with the population, you're saying you're going to kill off the population. And so even further,
well, is he saying he made it sound like the vaccine was going to lessen the population?
Yeah, that's what you heard, right?
That's what it made it sound like. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going off of for my conspiracy. So when I looked even deeper, it said that the UN and Bill Gates are actually in like cahoots to lower population by a thing called the Great Reset, which was started in 2015, and which was this. All of these are health services that are directly these are health services that they are going to be providing to mostly people in poverty. And when we think about poverty, I'm thinking about, okay, how they try to make such an incentive for the people in poverty that really need that $100 to take, because I don't feel like we're being force fed to take the vaccine as much as people that really need that $100. So I feel like people that constantly are going to maybe places, that's why they have free vaccine shots and things that you don't have to pay for. You don't need healthcare. Like, when have you ever had to take a vaccine and not need healthcare behind it? I
don't know. I was really little when I was.
That's what I'm saying though. But I'm saying so, that sounds crazy in 2021.
It doesn't, because I feel like you always need healthcare. The thing is, it's free. So that's the thing. It's not like you don't need it. It's like it's there.
But because it's free, it makes me question it, because y'all make us pay for everything. Y'all make us pay for birth control. So it's like, but y'all are giving this away for free because you're trying to take us out.
Really?
Yes.
Did you look up if other vaccines were free whenever they were?
I did not
popular?
look up that.
Maybe if you should look that up, because
I only focused on this one because I was like, Bill Gates, I'm coming.
Yeah,
for
I mean
you.
That's the only thing about doing research is cross referencing, and I would always look up like, hey, other, like when the polio happened, was it a free vaccine? Because they had vaccine
the times
cards.
were different there, so I'm pretty sure that they might have been free around then. To be honest, I wouldn't.
Well, we haven't had a big thing like this since a long time. So maybe.
But even with Ebola, even when Ebola was out, they weren't giving out free vaccines for Ebola. And that was not even that long ago. That was probably maybe 6 to 8 years ago. We were in high school when that was going on.
But Ebola wasn't a pandemic.
What? They made it seem like it was a pandemic. They was like, you can't come from Africa. You can't.
Yeah.
So it was like they made it that big of a deal. And I feel like
I don't really remember it, but I don't remember it being like, it was more of a racial thing. Like if you were Black or African, like, oh, you got Ebola.
But don't you feel like Corona started as a racial thing as well too? It was a Chinese disease.
I don't think it started as a racial thing. I think because of the president we have, he made it into a racial thing.
All right. Well,
he's the one that's calling it China virus. Like,
also, I saw that there was research that most people don't want to take the vaccine because they will be microchipped. Because I saw there, because I was looking, they said there are syringes that are small enough where you can put a microchip in it and it can be inside of you. So that's just another thing. It's not really for the population.
You think the government trying to microchip us?
Why wouldn't they?
I feel like they track us. There's other ways to track us. You're getting tracked right now with your phone. Why bother with a microchip?
I mean, double down on that shit.
What does that even mean?
That means that, what if I don't got my fucking phone?
Track you more?
Because sometimes people get, like, when people know that they're being tracked by their phone, they lose their phone. Take their SIMs cards out. It's a possibility for someone to get around that. And then also the reason why I don't really believe in the vaccine and how it's for a population, because we once were self-healing individuals. We never needed medicine. I feel like, in my opinion, they give us a disease and then sell us a cure. And they're acting like they're helping us. But just also goes with diet, how your immune system works, X, Y, and Z. It's a lot over time that's happened, but it's definitely a conspiracy, a very much so one for me.
Right. Well, and then also people are living a lot longer than they used to live. The reason why people, back when we didn't have medicine, people used to die at 40, 50 years old, you were dead. So because of modern medicine is why people can able to live longer. You have your grandparents, so you're 80, 90, 100 because of how there's medicine now. And back to like infant mortality, people were dying early, people weren't living long. You used to die from a common flu. So yeah, we were self-healing, but we weren't living long. We weren't living for a very long time, and we need medicine. Not that we can't heal ourselves and there's herbals and other stuff to heal us. I 100% believe in holistic medicine, but I'm a very medium when holistic medicine also meets modern medicine, and we need both. And if we don't have both, like insulin, okay, yeah, people who diabetes will die. You know, you need insulin, even though it's modern medicine. If you don't have insulin, if you have diabetes type 1, you will die. So these are the reason why people who have these birth defects or like stuff like diabetes can live longer because of modern medicine. What is next?
The next thing we're going to talk about is flat Earth.
Oh yeah, that's another one of your conspiracy.
No, okay.
And I don't really believe in population control. I feel like if the government wants to kill you, there's a more cost efficient way to kill you.
Is there? I don't think they're gonna other than the food that they're giving us. I feel like
I don't feel like the government is gonna take their time to cause a pandemic, just make a vaccine, so they can you to die. You are not that important. The government don't care about you that much. So if the government wants to kill you, there are way more cost efficient way to kill you. If the government wants you dead, you are going to die. If they care to kill you, they will. They just don't care enough to kill us because population control is not a thing.
Okay, so. My theory on flat Earth, it's not so much that I believe that the Earth is flat. I think it's more of it's not more of a sphere. What is that called when it's like maybe a dome? I want to say that the Earth is more of like a dome because in my opinion, I don't think that we've been to the moon. Mm-hmm. So to say that we've never been to the moon, how do we have satellites out there to show us that our Earth is round? And then on top of that, the map that we look at is wrong. Like the actual map that we look at when we look up on Google, it's actually wrong.
They have actual correct maps. Just because you've seen one incorrect map doesn't mean they're all correct.
The ones that if you Google a map right now, what they show you on Google searches,
no, if you look
it's the wrong map.
If you look up correctly the real map, they will show you the real map.
Can you look up the real map for us?
Yeah.
Then?
There's the only difference is they make Africa look smaller. That's the only real difference.
No, the placement of the continents are different too. Like there's a whole video about it. The real. Yeah.
Okay, well, you can keep going.
Okay, yeah. So the reason why I say that there was a test that was done. Let me see. I want to look where it's at right now too. Because yeah, that map is not right. Okay, so there was a test that was done, and it says it's called the plain test. It says the plain truth says that can be grasped by experiments that anyone can do at home. For instance, approach a large body of water and hold up a ruler to the horizon. It's flat all the way across. What pond, lake, or sea have you ever seen where the surface of the water curves? Another argument holds that if the Earth was truly a sphere, an airplane flying around would need to constantly adjust its nose downward to avoid flying straight into space. So say you flew on a plane and you put a spirit level, which is, I don't know if anyone knows, you can go to a hardware store and that is when you're like leveling pictures to see if it's like, if it's leveled and you can put it there. It says it has a, on your tray table, okay, the level should reveal a slight downward inclination, but it doesn't. The level is level, the flight is level, the nose of the plane is level, and therefore the surface of the Earth must be level. And I feel like that's true. Like if there's any inclination of there being any, you would know. And then I watched this video on YouTube. I'm going to send you guys all the link if y'all want to know. It's physically impossible to actually leave all the, what is it called? The hemispheres. What is the word that I use for it? I cannot even read my reading. Oh, well, it's literally physically impossible to leave the Earth's layer without dying.
Okay.
And then let me see what else is there. That's all I wrote about it. Yeah.
Okay. My biggest thing is I feel like this is the beater. If Earth was flat, explain shadows. People.
Hold on. What?
If Earth was flat, explain shadows.
You can't have a shadow on a flat surface?
You can, but if the Earth was flat all the time, when time changed, your shadow wouldn't move.
I said a dome. Like maybe like a. No.
Well, you said you believe the Earth was flat.
Didn't you hear me in the beginning?
So if it's a dome, that means the Earth is
like, because I'm saying I don't think that it's round.
Okay.
I think it's like a because we still have
So you think there's a top half, just not a bottom half of the Earth? Okay. Well, I don't know what that means. But like I said, shadows wouldn't exist if the Earth was flat or a dome. I don't know if that changes it, but I guess if you keep spinning around, I guess it would eventually go be full circle because the shadow will eventually stop moving. Another thing is look at the other planets around. So that's proof that why would Earth be the only one that's flat when all the other planets are around?
I hear you.
And another thing is change of time zones wouldn't even exist. There's no point of different parts of the Earth would have time zones if the Earth was flat, because the Earth spins on its axis as the same time as it's circling the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why different time zones and different, it's hitting different parts of the Earth. There's sun sometimes. There's sun not sun other times. There's a different time in Russia than it is here, is because it's constantly moving. So if the Earth was flat and it wasn't spinning on its axis at the same time as it's turning around the sun, there would be no time zones. So all this leads to the fact that the Earth is round, and the fact that there's pictures, we see it, there's proof. So I don't know how people can like actually see something and be like, oh my God, I see it, but it doesn't matter because I believe this is it, and that's.
But if I feel like we've never even been to the moon, how can I believe that?
Because you feel like it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. Your feelings doesn't change facts.
But the thing is, they even said that the first moon landing was actually staged.
Who cares if they said that? People can say anything. The internet is for people to say anything they want to say. The only way you know something's facts if it has .net by it or .gov by it or something that has some kind of status that lets you know this is.
But how did they get that status though?
Because of other people who proofread and cross-reference and research the information. One person can say something and it cannot be fact. I don't believe in one person. It has to be, it's hundreds of thousands of people saying the same thing. And
but wouldn't you say the same thing about conspiracy theories? Because hundreds and thousands of people say the same thing because they believe the same thing.
But the thing is, believing and proving fact aren't the same. You can believe wholeheartedly.
But why do you have to prove something to someone for you to believe it? The thing is, for people that have conspiracy theories, they are not out to set and change people's mind.
Yes, they are. There's a whole game. I just watched, if y'all watch this show on Netflix called Inside Job, it was actually an episode I watched today, which is hilarious. It's about these flat earthers. And they were a group of people who were set to like change the fact that people really believe that the earth is round. So yeah, there's blogs, there's Reddit, there's people who actually wholeheartedly believe this. And they're set to change books, change science, change everything.
Maybe they just want to open people's mind to another thought process. I don't necessarily
feel like... There's difference between opening people's minds and being harmful. I feel like opening people's minds is...
What is harmful about someone saying that the earth is flat?
It's harmful for you to believe something so wholeheartedly that's false, that's disproven. And it doesn't matter how much facts that's put into your face that it's not true, that you just believe this is it. That's harmful. That causes people who do crazy shit. That causes people like Joe Rogan and his fucking followers. No matter what, even though something is true, because they follow Joe Rogan, whatever he says is facts. And that's harmful for people to believe something so hard-heartedly that even when new information is presented to them, they still were like, okay, I don't care because this is how I feel. Be grown. When something is proven to you or there's information that's given to you that's actual logical, be open-minded to it. And just be like, okay, that's a possibility. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Just don't be like, oh, well, this is what I believe. So it doesn't matter what you say because this is what I believe. You can be that way if you want to, but I feel like it's eventually harmful.
Yeah. So my last conspiracy that I believe is 9/11 was a inside job. I believe that they wanted to go to war for oil. And so they did inside job, fear-based. I feel like the verbiage, like I said before, is like what was around it. It was just like the plane was hijacked. Some people said that it actually the building didn't go down by the plane. It actually went down by a bomb inside the building. So it's like there's been so many different stories of actually what happened to 9/11. So I feel like the lack of communication, information that I know to be true, definitely makes me change my mindset of like, why would we even do that just for oil, But were we even in a oil like restrictive time around that time when George Bush was in?
What do you mean oil restrictive time?
Like, because sometimes when oil is like high as fuck is because we don't have that many.
No, it's because they want to make it cost that much. We have oil.
So why would you want to go to war for oil if we already had
Bush
it?
did 9/11. I agree with that. That's not a conspiracy theory. I believe that 9/11 was an inside job. We wanted a reason to go to Iraq, and there's lots of oil in Africa. There's lots of oil everywhere. Oil is not a limited resources. The reason why gas costs $3 is because everyone else made it cost $3. Yeah, that's the only reason why gas go up and high. So yeah, I agree with you with that one. Bush at 9/11. 9/11 was an inside job. Fuck you, Bush. How you gonna hijack a plane with a knife? You gonna beat that nigga up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, they hijacked the plane.
With the knife.
I was like,
what?
And then
imagine if there was niggas on the plane.
Right?
You cannot hijack no plane with a fucking, what was it, a knife? I don't know what they had.
I don't know what they had.
A gun. That's all I know. Them niggas didn't have a gun. And
they didn't. I know they didn't have a gun. Yeah. So I'm like, how did you hijack a plane
with no gun? Who's scared of you?
Facts.
What?
Maybe this is the times before bombs and stuff. Maybe this is like when that's why they stopped making us put liquids or somewhere. I don't know.
9/11 changed because we used to not have to take off our shoes and all that shit. It changed. 9/11 changed the whole
everything
course
for
of America. That's the one time where it was a good thing to be a nigga because they hated the brown people more than they hated us. I'm like, okay, shit. It feels nice to not have all the hate.
Okay, so my first question is: did any of your mindset change on any conspiracy theories?
No. It did not. The only one, I mean, I already agree with you with the whole Bush to 9/11. So, I mean, that's the only one I could say, but I already was in agreement with you. So, yeah. My question to you is, what conspiracy theory is your favorite and why?
I think doing the research, I want to say the sirens. Like, I feel like that just, I don't know. I just like Greek mythology. So I was like, that's a very, because niggas will definitely love bitches. So you know what? I could see people that been on.
And the reason to blame a bitch for your mishap.
And I feel like, niggas being at sea for a long time, they done fucking each other. They want to fuck something else. Okay. So that was like, yeah. And then the bitches killed him. So I like that one.
All right. My last question to you is, are you excited for your birthday?
I am not excited yet because we haven't planned everything yet. Like, I want like a loosely based itinerary, but I haven't like started planning it. Like he said, I have a very bad sense of urgency. Mm-hmm. And he was like, come over when you're done and we're going to plan that shit. And I'm like, okay, because we don't even know where we're going in Cancun yet.
Girl, is there a hotel booked?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why he was like, come over and we're going to plan all that like today. He's like, my nigga, like, what do you mean? Y'all are leaving in like a week. And I'm like, my second question is, what are you doing for Halloween?
I want to go to a Halloween party. I have a badass costume in mind, and I want to show it off. So yeah.
What costume?
I'm not gonna say it out loud. I want it to.
Well, I will be wearing this, y'all. If y'all want to see me at Crew on Sunday, I'm gonna be wearing this one. But you
working on Halloween?
Halloween morning.
Me too, but Halloween night I'm free.
Yeah, night I'm
trying to go to a Halloween party. So hey, but I'm not. This is not my Halloween costume. I don't like being a hoe on Halloween.
You don't like being a hoe on Halloween, like being scary?
I'm a hoe 364 days out the year. I feel like Halloween is my one day to like embrace my inner nerd self. So that's why Halloween I always have like a weird anime character costume.
Last year you were anime, yeah.
So it's my one day.
I'm a whole 364 days.
So Halloween's my one day to be myself. You know what I'm saying? All right. So thank you for taking this journey with us.
Factual. I hope we changed y'all's mind. I hope we opened y'all's mind. We hope we presented you with some information that might make you think just a little bit harder when you're making like life decisions about conspiracy theories. And while you're at it, follow us on all social media platforms at The Real Sip and Spill, except Twitter, which is
Sip and Spill 1.
And while you're at it, leave us a 5-star rating because we're some 5-star bitches.
Ow.